Oh my god. You know what? Have you seen that one streamer? What was his name? Streamer, viewer, mom died. We found the body. The trauma dumping controversy. Here we go. Here's what happened.
Chef's kiss. All right. Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my god. Well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to talk about it in my chat. Because it's Friday. And that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat.
That's crazy.
Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Dirty Curvy, you said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the
Okay, so I know that I'm also in the wrong. Does it not go into the rest of it?
You know what? Let me give
That's not what she said,
you
though.
a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Kirby. And in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through.
See?
That's it.
That's just such a weird thing to me. When you ask somebody how they're doing or where they've been specifically, like for the most part, when somebody is coming back into your community, especially somebody that hold on. Okay, so they weren't a VIP, but they were noticeable enough in the community to where he noticed that she was gone for a while, right?
You said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you?
It is kind of weird that she would even drop that in chat, though. I must say it is kind of weird, but I don't know their relationship. I don't know her relationship to the stream either. I honestly have no idea. So the whole dynamic is also kind of up in the air and weird.
You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Kirby. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through. That's it. How are you? Good, or you know what? I'll make it through.
Yeah, or I've been better. You know? And if somebody actually wants to know more, they might pry. Because, like, I've had this exact situation happen in my channel, right? There's been people where, not really they'll come back, but I'll be like, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? And they're like, oh, you know, it's been shitty. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. I'm like, hey, if you want to talk about it, feel free to DM me. You know, hit me up in Discord. My DMs are open everywhere. Like, any platform that I'm on, my DMs are open for anyone to talk to me at any time. Never feel shy. Doesn't matter, right? I'll talk about anything with anyone, okay? Yeah. No, I definitely agree with him on some level, but right after someone said, my mom died, and it fucking sucks, it's like, that's like, like, I'm the mayor of Sodium City, okay? But like, that's a little much.
Awesome. Love to hear it. See, there you go. Or Prom's response. Yeah, I said, Prom, how are you doing? She says, I'm alive. There you go.
I'm not trying to bum anyone out. You asked me where I was, so I said where. I mean, I get this response. I get what he's trying to convey, but this is so much.
Mr. Kirby, I'm just subtly trying to tell you that.
Wait, hold on.
I'm just subtly trying to tell you.
Subtlety. Oh. See? That's where we differ. I would not have said it subtly. At least, I thought I would have said it subtly, but apparently I have no idea what subtlety means. I thought I did.
Unloading really heavy news in people's chats on Twitch is not like good etiquette. It's not the place to do it.
But that's banging your mom is.
That's it. I figured
Well, his mom, not her mom. Obviously. Obviously.
good opportunity to inform you. Heavy news like that, when someone asks, hey, where have you been? You don't need to tell them, well, my dog died, my husband left me for a younger woman, my
We get the fucking point,
house
dude.
burned down, and my car got stolen. So I've been a little bit busy. That's
Oh shit.
why I haven't been around. 'Cause, like,
It's not funny.
oh,
Shut up.
God, like,
It's not
like,
funny.
Like, if someone asks, like, hey, what's up? Where have you been? And it's heavy, just be like, I had a bunch of shit going on, so I've been lying low for a little while. Got it. That's it. I'm not trying to rip you a new ass.
I know that I'm also in the wrong a little way saying, well, my mom died in a stream after being asked where I've been. But the response just isn't it, fam. I made a twit longer thingy to share a little background, but here you go. So I've been sitting on this for a few weeks, but it's been bugging me and things don't tend to get to me. But this did. A little backstory, as everyone mostly knows, my mom passed away in July, so I haven't been on Twitch much. We maybe streamed twice since, but also I haven't been in Twitch chats that I used to be in on a regular basis. For example, this streamer's channel I've been a part of for a good amount of years. I followed since Blackout was a thing. We played together all the time, and there's when they got partnered and whatnot. Sadly, since 2020, I've been in and out because I've been dealing with mental health issues and family issues, which I've explained to the streamer privately in the past, but it's gone on hiatus. I've missed some communities, and I figured it was time for a return. Big mistake! Oh, the Twitch blackout? That was some stupid shit. They were streaming on Friday afternoon. Made me have the day off, so I took the chance to come hang out. I edited the video some to shorten it. Basically shows the whole thing. The streamer's title was something along the lines of mentioning Shrek. So I broke the ice and said, have you seen Shrek in Spanish? They talked about how they haven't for a while. I mentioned a scene they should watch, followed up with, Curvy, where the fuck have you been? I was on mobile TV, so things were delayed a little. Other things made you laugh. So in chat, I accidentally said Lamau while my mom died when I meant to say Lamau, what they were saying prior, and then add while my mom died. But it came off wrong. My poor grammar became an awkward moment, them critiquing me about how to spell and properly use punctuation like I was in school. I mean, that is a little weird. But someone was like, Lamau, my mom died. You don't, at that point, you almost don't know if they're joking around or not, right? Almost. Like, that can be a little misconstrued. Can be. When you're a streamer and shit's just going all over the place, you're talking about Shrek in Spanish, and you're being all lighthearted and funny, and they're like, where are you? Lamau, my mom died, or something like that. Like, it seems like a dark joke. And again, I don't know her, I don't know him, I don't know the dynamic between them two. I don't know any of that. It's possible that they could talk about eating babies all the time. I have no idea, right? I have no idea. So it could be normal banter, but he obviously knew it was real because he went on this big long rant, right? So I don't think that's the case. Honestly, my mistake. Like they mentioned, we don't want it to come off as them or me laughing about my mother passing. So I tried to correct myself and said, no, I was Lamau, what you said before, and this time has been great and horrible, and so on and so on. It wasn't my intention to continue to talk about it. It simply tried to clarify. Yeah, so that I totally get. I've been part of the community for years. Okay. Well, in the video, you can see the response I get. That was the first chat I've ever mentioned my mother passing away. I don't go around and just say that in everyone's chat, nor do I go around talking about it. And then, well, in the video, you can see the response I get. That was the first chat I've ever mentioned. Oh, I did that. Okay, I already saw that. They asked me where I was, and I answered. As a streamer, I can highly understand how uncomfortable it was when someone trauma dumps and drops heavy news like that, and it wasn't my intention. I mean, it 1,000% was your intention because you brought it up, obviously. I know that if it was me being told that news, I would have ended different. Well, I obviously, it doesn't, like, the punishment doesn't deserve, or the crime doesn't deserve the punishment. I don't know if you call it a crime. That's, you know what I mean. It's the saying, it's not the severity, obviously. Hoa said something like, "Oh no, I'm sorry for your loss. I know it's been super hard on you right now, but since I'm streaming, can you not give the proper time and attention to this conversation that Steve about to reach and privately or talk about it more?" See, that is way too long of a sentence. I would never give it that much attention. But that person is probably way nicer than me. But this is unnecessary. This part right here is completely unnecessary. This whole sentence is like a dick move. I don't know. I wouldn't save that. Like, if someone drops some shit, I'd be like, "Yo, that sucks. DM me about it. If you need to talk to somebody about it." Like, that's it. And then my DMs are open everywhere. Like, if you want to go on that. Like, saying I'm streaming and can't give you the proper time and attention for this, like, that just, it's like my stream is more important than your mother's death. That's what this sentence comes across to me. Even though that's not like what it means, that's what it comes across at. Anyway, I would have done something along the lines of that instead of shitting on someone who's deeply hurt and been following for a long time. Obviously. But I guess I'm in the wrong for thinking. So I left this stream immediately after an unfollowed on everything. Granted, I've said things in the past in their channel and shared things that were silly, also personal, especially in their Discord, and that's why I said what I said. See, again, I don't know their history. I don't know their relationship or friendship or whatever. If they were intimate in that level, to where they knew about each other's family stuff. She mentioned earlier that she reached out to him personally and said there was mental problems and stuff like that. So I can only imagine that they were somewhat close, right? So it's like I'm not saying she's in the wrong at all, really. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Either way, those things I've said in the past and done, I'm not fond, and I'm going to take them back in a heartbeat. But trauma dumping is one thing, but is on a different level, in my opinion. Yes, I agree. I actually don't know. Put it in multiple sentences, but it was because she needed to clarify and not to bring it up again. But if she was gone for 6 months, there's probably a lot of people within that 6-month period that don't know her. And so it could be, I don't want to say a different community, but there could be a lot of different people that would be like, what the fuck is going on? That kind of thing. Basically, I know that I've overshared and stepped out of bounds, but the response wasn't, especially for someone giving me, yeah, like, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal.
Twitter, good morning. I have something that I prepared, something that I've written down that I'd like to share with you guys. And it's right here on my screen. So if I'm, glancing from the camera down to the screen from time to time, it's just because I'm following along with what I've written. For those of you that don't know me,
it is
my name
scripted.
Is John. Or
hi, John.
Piece of shit.
Oh.
Some of you prefer to call me on Twitter. Either is fine. It's cool. On Twitch, my handle is We Found the Body. I've decided to make a video to address this whole situation regarding my reaction to someone's grief comments in my chat.
Okay.
That have gained traction on Twitter, which is why we're here.
Okay.
Why we're doing this. There's a few things that I'd like to make clear about the matter at hand. Firstly, it is well known in my channel that I do not tolerate heavy news, drama, or trauma dumping, if you will, being.
So he said it's well known in his channel, and since she's been part of the community for years, that kind of makes sense as to why he had that kind of thing, I guess. One of the cards you read for someone the other day said they're gonna have health problems soon. What the fuck? Listen, we don't tolerate that trauma dumping voodoo shit here, ePhilly, okay? Unacceptable. What the fuck?
Entered or dropped into the chat. This has
I'm just gonna say that about everything. Anything negative, it's just gonna happen. Any negative thing that someone says, I'm just gonna say it.
been discussed and explained and made clear many times while I've been live over the last 4
He said in another video he's a dick because he didn't like it. No shot. No shot.
plus years that I've been on Twitch. I also have a rather lengthy text command that appears frequently and explains this in my chat in words. Maybe for anyone that doesn't have volume on or maybe is hearing impaired. Regulars know this information well.
Link it.
The people
Link
that come
it.
on my channel often, they know this. They see it all the time.
Okay.
So that's something that I want to make sure everyone understands. Secondly, the clip that this individual has provided was edited and chopped up to cut out a lot of the context and dialogue required, I feel, to fairly assess the matter as it truly unfolded.
Okay, so play the whole
You've
thing.
seen the edit, but what it doesn't show is that twice I didn't acknowledge her comments about the deceased family member on purpose. I read them to myself, but didn't react in depth in an attempt to simply avoid having the stream temporarily hijacked by this type of heavy, serious trauma commenting.
Yeah,
It wasn't until
so
the third time that she brought it up in chat and
So
expressed
play the clip.
how horrible life has been that I reacted to it the way that I did. One very important detail that I think I should share is that this individual has been spoken to about this before. This is not the first time that she's violated the expectation.
show the OG clip. Show the fact that you have that command on a bot, on a timer, automatically being done. Show the DMs of that you've told her, or show the clip that you've told her not to trauma dump.
That people not share heavy news in my channel. Previously,
Okay.
she shared in my chat very personal, detailed, potentially triggering comments regarding a toxic relationship that she was involved in. And this was approximately
Damn.
a year and some months ago. And at that time, I did in fact let her know that I don't appreciate or entertain that type of commenting in my channel. Her and I met in Discord. We spoke privately and discussed her relationship situation as friendly acquaintances. And she
Okay.
expressed to me that she understood why I don't like that sort of thing being entered into my chat. We had an understanding.
Good for you.
The frustration you witnessed in that edited clip that she provided is a result of this expectation not being understood as I believed it was. The frustration from having her argue in chat that she was, quote, just answering my question, even though she's been spoken to about this type of thing before, and she knows full well, you know, she was a streamer for a time, that this type of thing is most certainly frowned upon. Dude, I'm
Assad,
getting follows
dude.
right now.
Dude, cut that out. What are you doing?
Joe JCKS, Brochacho, welcome to the channel, dude. Thanks for the.
First of all, when you're on this particular scene, when you're just by yourself recording something like this, you shouldn't even have your alerts on this scene. First of all. Second of all, if that's happening and you stopped, just cut that part out. And then say, there was a follow here. Or whatever. Should provide some receipts. Yeah, like everything. He needs to show that there was a bot that was there. He needs to show that he's talked with her about it. He needs to show the full clip that explains like what his grievance is. Like he needs to show the original clip from back when she did it the first time. Like you don't have to respond right away. You cannot respond for 3 days, or 4 days or 5 days, whatever, until you get all this information. You don't have to respond right away.
follow. Yeah, maybe we should just, you know what, fuck it, we're not going to cut this out. Let's, one and done, I like to say, one and done. Where was I? Oh, yes, thirdly, my third point. Yes, I'm still counting the points. Firstly, secondly, thirdly.
Okay.
And this is where a lot of you are going to fucking hate me more than you already do. It's not my job to take on people's grief or drama while I'm live.
obviously.
Big or small, seemingly harmless or not. It's just not my job. It is my job, however, unfortunately, to have to repeatedly explain to specific individuals that they violated the channel rules and chat expectations to not share heavy, energy-changing news or drama in the chat.
I do kind of agree with that. If it's, like, again, if he has the bot that says it multiple times, it looks like you kind of... Listen, you shut the fuck up. We don't... Listen, trauma dumping and trauma inducing stuff is not acceptable in this chat, okay? Look at this bullshit beard. This is a pussy ass beard meant for pussy ass bitches. All right?
Now, I understand that I was somewhat harsh and crass and insensitive to this woman.
Bullying not allowed? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about bullying. Bully people all you want.
I'm sorry for that. I have apologized.
In a video game. In a video game.
Still sorry for it. I'm sorry for hurting her feelings and for being, cunty about it. But I'm not sorry for reminding her and others in the community to leave your baggage at the door when you enter someone's chat.
See, this right here, honestly, is a relatively decent apology. I'm not going to lie. Because he's eating what he said. He's like, I said it in a fucked up way, but I was really frustrated because we've had this conversation before. I'm constantly reminding people of it, and it still fucking happened. And it pissed me the fuck off. And yes, again, it was unacceptable the way I said it, but it still fucking pissed me off. But you have to have those receipts. You just have to have it.
I should have just skipped over her comments and moved on, but I didn't. And people make mistakes, and that happens to be one of the mistakes that I've made.
Easiest thing to do, if you're going to do that, if you're going to just completely ignore it, all you have to do, time the person out for 1 second and say, we could talk about this in DMs. That's it. If you want to be like, shut it down immediately. If it's a constant rule in your chat, your mods should have timed her out after the first time. Like, period. Maybe not banned her, but timed her out at least. Just to get it off the chat. That's it. End of story.
I think it's important to mention, for those of you that don't know me at all, which is damn near all of you, that I'm very upfront with people. I understand that my personality, my demeanor, my choice of words isn't for everyone. I am a very strong flavor that a lot of people don't like, and I'm okay with that. I don't pander. I don't pussyfoot around something that bothers me or needs to be said. I don't mind informing someone that their chat etiquette fucking sucks, no matter the situation.
You wonder if his stream has been getting trolls? I don't think it matters per se to him because of the fact that his Twitter is still public. He hasn't privated his Twitter. He still has the apology video up and comments are on. He obviously doesn't care, right? And I respect him for that, honestly. He's eating it completely. He's accepting all of the feedback. He's explaining his side of the story, but he has zero proof to back any of this up. He may have it, but he's not showing it.
Clearly. And for those of you on Twitter that want to crucify me, you want to chop me up and roast me, have at it. Type until your fingers are sore. As it is my right to decide what's okay in my chat and my channel, it is your right for you to decide how you'd like to roast me on Twitter. I haven't commented, replied, liked, shared, or retweeted any of it at this point, and I'll be keeping it that way. But I do read some of it, like not much, but some of it, and I'll be taking your views into consideration, probably with popcorn in the Discord with a few homies, if I'm being completely honest. I'd like to end this little rant by saying Twitch is an amazing place. I fucking love streaming and the incredible community that I'm a part of. I have met some of the most significant people in my life on Twitch. So I value and appreciate it.
I know, big sad.
Like what it offers us all. It's not lost on me. It's one of the most important things in my life. A lot of you don't really know who I am, but now you know a little bit. I'm jagged, I'm flawed, I'm obnoxious, I make shitty jokes, and I'm a fucking asshole. I don't try to hide that. I never have.
Fair.
But at least you know what you're getting from me. Okay, that's called consistency. Consistently a fucking asshole. Isn't that like what they teach you in like YouTube streamer school? How to be a streamer 101. Consistency. Well, I've got that in spades. Twitter, it's been swell, but I gotta go. If any of you would like to check out the channel, that would be fucking tits. That would be fucking, not fucking tits, but it would be like fucking tits. If you guys would, swing by the channel sometime. I'm partnered on Twitch. I stream full time, Monday to Friday, and my streams go live at 1 p.m. Eastern. My channel is 18+. A lot of fucked up shit gets said, and I stream a variety of games with a little something for everyone. Feel free to swing by anytime and see what all the commotion is about, or don't. You don't have to swing by. That's the beauty of Twitch. That's the beauty of making a choice. You can choose who you watch, right? You don't need to watch a streamer that offends you or doesn't entertain you or make you laugh or engage you. Whatever. You make the choices that are right for you. If you do swing by, all I ask is that maybe, just maybe, you don't bring in any drama or trauma or heavy news or baggage into the chat. Because, it's happened before and I've been known to fucking lose it when that happens. Cheers, guys. Have a great fucking day.
Yeah, so in the last 3 days, he's got 628 followers. What the fuck? Chat, follow me. Whoever is in chat and isn't followed, follow me right now. This is ridiculous. How does this guy get 628 followers and I don't even have one? What's going on here?
I didn't unload on her because her mom died.
Obviously.
Like, there's so many people being like, what a motherfucker. Why did you fucking did that? You're such a piece of shit. Just because her mom died, you treat her like shit? No. I treated her like shit because I don't like her. I unloaded on her, not because her mom died. I unloaded on her because I've told her before. This is, guys, if you didn't know this, it's not the first fucking time she's come into my channel, and God knows how many others, to try to throw a fucking pity party. And a lot of people say, well, you asked her, well, where have you been? Given the context that I have already expressed to her, look, you've done this before a number of times. You come in, this whole...
A number of times? I thought it was just once. Although, I don't typically mind if people come in here and do some trauma dumping. The thing is, do it at an appropriate time. Like, if we're doing a just chatting thing and we're just hanging out and talking, I don't really mind that much because we're probably going to talk about it. If you're going to bring it up in chat, we're probably going to talk about it unless we're like playing Magic the Gathering or something. Then I'm going to be like, yo, just DM me. But if we're doing like something just chatting and it comes up, we're probably going to talk about it unless you don't want to talk about it, in which case I'm going to be like, why the fuck did you bring it up? I probably won't say that, but obviously depending on what it is.
Boo-hoo shit. And I've told her, don't do that. I don't like it.
Although it's usually not trauma.
Do we have an understanding?
I don't know.
We had an understanding. She understood that in my chat, in my channel, I don't need you to be.
You like this Twitter
negative
account
shit
for
about
Twitch
your
drama
dog
stuff?
dying, or your mom dying, or your boyfriend that cheated on you. That was an understanding. So if I say to somebody who already knows that, hey, what's up? Where have you been? In her brain, she's got to be thinking, well, I could say my mom died, but I know that that's not, this isn't the right place to do that. So instead, maybe I'll say,
I'll DM you about it later.
Wild, some bad shit went down. Maybe we can talk about it later. And I would have said,
yeah,
oh, okay, sure. And I just want to let you all know, I am not blaming her, and I'm not the victim. Okay? She's wrong. I'm wrong. My reaction was wrong.
I kind of agree with all of this. I'm not going to lie.
Her doing that was wrong.
I still need receipts for any of this to be proven. In order for me to agree with what he's saying, I need receipts. I'm sorry. I have to have receipts. Dude sounds based. Yeah, but he's on the defense. He needs to prove this shit. If he could prove it, then I'm going to have to agree with him. They're both in the wrong. That was ridiculous. When he said, I treat her like that because I didn't like her, that was a fucked up move too. That had to have been a misspeak. Because you wouldn't have said, where the fuck have you been, if you didn't like the person, right? Well, the thing is, when you say, where the fuck have you been? Like, you're almost going out of your way to be concerned, almost, or wanting to know where that person has been. You know? So it's, you don't say that to people that you don't like, really? It feels like he didn't like her after the fact. Yeah, I think it was a misspeak, to be honest. I think he meant to say, I didn't like what she did. Not necessarily I don't like her. Maybe he doesn't like her anymore, but not at the time. I think that was a misspeak, to be honest. But even if he takes that back and he says, I didn't mean I didn't like her, I meant I didn't like what she did. Nobody's going to believe what he said. Everyone's going to be like, well, you already said it, so it doesn't fucking matter, right? That's just what's going to happen. There's nothing he can say that will redeem him of the fact that he said that. No one's going to give a fuck, right? Nobody. Not a single fucking person that is worth... Not a single person in these comments are going to give a fuck about anything if he said that, right? Not a single fucking person. They're like, this doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change the way I feel about you, you know? So it's just like... Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, especially since it's a new one. So please share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and leave a comment.